was asked to chair this this online career talk, right? Being arranged by the department in collaboration with Albert, right, and also his colleagues and so on. All right, this is actually a career talk focusing on the IANG student, right, of Hong Kong U. All right. For those of you who might not know very clearly about what IANG is, I shared a little bit on the, Google, right? So this is actually a kind of, um, material I got from the websites, right? Is that Hong Kong government, and most importantly, Hong Kong companies, right, welcome non-local students, right? International non-local students, right? Studying Hong Kong U and also Hong Kong in general, to stay in Hong Kong and make contributions to Hong Kong. All right. So Hong Kong government has made specific immigration arrangements for these non-local graduates, right? For details, you can search for this, go to take a look at these, websites, right? So Albert has been very kind to arrange this career talk, for us, to share, uh, the kind of openings available for the IANG students, and also Albert has invited Ms. Jade Lo and also Dr. Sheng to share, what would be needed to prepare yourself for employment in Hong Kong, right? So let me just, go through the agenda a little bit, for today. All right. We have 4 items actually. The first one is actually the robotics jobs openings available in Hong Kong, and what kind of startup tech companies are looking for. So this is to be delivered by Mr. Albert Lam. So let me just introduce a little bit, what Albert Lam is. Right, he's the co-founder of the Novelte Robotics, right, and he's the president of the HKSP. All right, and Startup Alumni Association, and also Alumni, one of our very outstanding alumnus, of Hong Kong U IMSE department, right? We have changed, our name to DASE, right? So Albert will be sharing, this, topic, the available jobs for, on robotics and so on. And the second part will be the how to prepare yourself, how to be career ready in Hong Kong, to be shared by Miss Jade Lo, who is the vice president of the HKPVTA, right? And she is also the a alumni of Hong Kong U, right? So the third part of the agenda is the introduction of HKPVTA, and why career planning is important for you to develop your career in Hong Kong, right? This is to be shared by Dr. Sheng, who is the vice president of HKPVTA, right? And then after this, we are going to have a short session for Q&A, right? You have any questions during the sharing sessions of these 3 speakers, right? Let's keep your questions until we go for the Q&A session, right? It's okay for all those non-local international students, right? So without any further delay, let us now invite Albert to start his sharing, right? Albert, so it is up to you now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Choi. And it's my pleasure for me to do a sharing as of today, as a also alumni to the department, and hopefully that I can have more hear more of your feedback on the very last of this sharing. And as mentioned, that I also graduated from Hong Kong U in IMSE back in the 90s. Graduated from the year of 1999, a long time ago, and a bachelor degree. But I have been in the robotics industry for more than 6 years since I start my company. So with no further delay, Dr. Choi, can you kindly hand me the sharing?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the right. Yes.
How should I do that?
You can simply, when you press the participants, you can just let me do the as the co-host would be good.
Effie, can you do that, please? I'm not the host, actually.
I see.
It's right. It's Effie controls everything. I don't know how to stop my sharing.
Some others are baggy, some others are sticky, some others are very sleek, whatever.
Oh, here we are.
So when it comes to something certain,
Albert, I have stopped sharing my screen, right? You can actually take over, please.
Okay, got it. Oh, I can do it right now.
Yep.
Amazing. Okay. Okay, let me do it full screen. Okay, let me do the sharing again. Okay. Can everyone hear me clearly?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Amazing. So, with no more delay, let me start my sharing today. Again, I am a graduate from the Hong Kong U, and I start my company since the 2019. It's 6 years from now ago, and it is my very excited moment to share some of my views over my perspective, and hopefully that some of our openings are interested to some of your graduates in the Zoom today, and hopefully that I can also share some of my perspective in helping all of you finding a career in Hong Kong, especially in the tech or engineering field of study. So let me do a brief introductions. Robotics and AI solutions. I believe that everyone that know this is a hot topic, but of course, not only robotics are available for your career development. As a employer, when we talk about technology, I'm going to go through a little bit of agenda on screen that you can see today. First of all, I'll do a small introduction of our company, and I will share why do I choose robotics as a career, and who are we hiring, and why am I looking for graduates from the IANG and especially from our department. We have some success stories that I'm going to share, and I'll also share some of the key qualities we look for. And last but not the least would be what am I offering? And we'll go for a Q&A session afterwards. All right. Before we start about Novelte, the company I start, let me show you a video. Okay. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Okay, let me do it again. Okay. Right. Okay, so from the video, probably you can already see what we are doing. We are a robotics company serving a lot in the hospital, as well as a lot of different smart facilities. So our robotic solutions take care of logistics within the hospital, logistics within smart buildings. Also, we also build logistics in restaurants. But not only logistics, we also solve real-world operation pain points. And I think everyone have gone through I would say, the COVID-19 period, which is a very undesirable time where we live with distance. We couldn't talk close to each other without our mask on. At the time of the whole COVID-19, we serve a lot of restaurants in terms of getting least amount of contact between customers and restaurants operator. One of the scenario is dish collection of dirty dish, the dish collection of the dirty dish. So doing so, we need to help offload the hands of those restaurants employees. And we use robots with IoT, just like what you see in the video. Similarly, we connect in between how robots are being submitted to those tables. And nowadays, they're still in operation in Cafe de Carol. So we not only deploy solutions, but we also help invent and create solutions. Okay. As such, perhaps is there this attendee is called Yu-Man, Wong Yu-Man?
Yeah.
Can you mute your microphone a little bit? I think that you are on the microphone. You can see a lot of your background
Sorry.
sound.
Let me do it.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, Dr. Wong. Oh, oh, sorry.
No problem. Let me do it. Okay.
Okay, it's okay now. Thank you. So indeed, so you can see that in a way that we are doing a lot of innovations. But back to the very beginning, as an engineering discipline graduates, especially for those who come across all the way from different countries and all from different cities in mainland China or in all around the world, or this magnificent your hometown, why choose Hong Kong your engineering career? I think that is an important question. Because when I get in touch with many of you back in different occasions, I hear different, I would say, perspective. Some of you want to stay, but struggling over how to find the right career. And also questioning if Hong Kong is the right city to choose your engineering career. As today is engineering discipline, I'll just focus on the engineering career here. Well, let me put it on the way that from Hong Kong is a city rather than a country. The size and the market, honestly, is not comparable with other humongous cities like Shanghai, Shenzhen. In a way, we are also a very, I would say, frontier city of the whole mainland China, which also face the whole Southeast Asia as well as the Northeast Asia, like Japan and Korea. Hong Kong, for this couple of years, are acting proactively how to make our city a tech-centric city. Instead of simply concentrate into the financial market or stock market, government has been doing a lot in making Hong Kong a tech-focused and R&D related focus-centric city. And being part of the tech ecosystem like ourselves, we can see that there are humongous and a lot of opportunities. And these opportunities are also giving us a lot, not only building up a job just like a day-to-day job, but also a tech or startup-friendly city. Secondly, I definitely would suggest, no matter you have decided yes or no, think about in processing the applications once you're ready. There are flexibility entry in terms of how you in and out of Hong Kong, or I would say the passport. If you hold a permanent visa, then you can get a lot of benefit over here. So international student is definitely one of the things that you can decide, or I would suggest that you decide to have a identity that you can find a job here. The IANG scheme is important because for all, especially for all Hong Kong U graduate, we are eligible for applying the high calibrate scheme, which have you got 2 years of finding a career placement. Newly released it lately. If you are Hong Kong U graduate, you're already eligible for it. So the IANG scheme, especially over the Hong Kong U, which is the top 5 university in Hong Kong, has this specialty of applying not only the IANG scheme, but also the high caliber scheme. This is also new. Thirdly, a career to build in Hong Kong, for especially for tech-savvy business leaders, are largely in demand. So if you want to build a career in Hong Kong, if you are from engineering discipline, I need to congratulate you. You have a lot of opportunities. And global multicultural hub as a Hong Kong reflects that not only you have the opportunities to work in Hong Kong, but you can also be facing the whole Southeast Asia. At the moment, I am in Malaysia, and I have just attended one of the biggest robotics openings ceremony in Kuala Lumpur. So this is a picture I've just taken a few hours ago, which is having the president of the AG board, which is one of the top tier humanoid robot company in mainland China, and has been named by Jensen Huang, which is the NVIDIA, the founder of NVIDIA, back in CES last week. That would be the company that is being named as Agibot. And we are now already, I'm now at the moment in KL, and you can see that we are also APAC growth potential in the AI and robot industry. So you can see that having a identity, the right identity in Hong Kong before you find a job is essential. So before I talk about how to find a job, or if you're interested into what we're offering, make sure that you have the right identity, which is the way that you can, I would say the official way that you can stay and find a job in Hong Kong. Okay, so in a way, finding some fresh graduates or research, I believe that unless you are in also graduated from master or in other field, for example, in my company, and I see that also there are a lot of technical business representative is needed, which is also one of the things that I think that our discipline as the no matter you're in the master program of IMSE or the BASE or the IELM, which kind of program that you're in, as an engineering discipline graduate, not purely technical skills that you might be owning, but also you have to got some business sense. Now, this is something that my discipline, which is the IMSE, have been offering. I believe that you are also being taught in a way that you have engineering thinking, but also you have a very basic sense of how to work with the business world. And this is a very important bridge connecting in between the R&D team and the customer. When tech is released, every time it is being released, no matter how easy it is, there are also gap in between understanding and actual practicing. And I believe that this is also something that where a lot of our graduate or fresh graduate is easiest to get started with their career. Finding the strategic bridge in between deep tech and market reality is also something that I've learned during my days of studies. And tech expert, customer translator, and value driver are the three essential things that we need in companies, especially on the frontier. This is also what we are looking for. For the past 2 years, I have also recruited 2 graduates from our program IELM, the MPhil program, and also the master program of the IMSE IELM, and these 2 are having a lot of contribution to my company in a way that helping our business move ahead, translating the business need as well as having technical engineering understanding. For example, for one of the graduates, Joy, she graduated from our master program, and she's already joined in our company for 1.5 years. She led a hospital business small team for turning complex technical challenges, especially over designing hospital robotic solutions, into the whole solution design. So understanding in a way of how hospital, which is our end client, adopt robotics or new technology, we need someone who knows the product as well as understand their business needs, rather than simply asking them in a technical language. And Vivi has joined our company for around 6 months, from August last year, and she is already picking up very fast over how to build critical cross-team collaboration workflows between the Hong Kong mainland and also some of our robotics manufacturers who are making hardware robots. I believe that you have all been told in the CES show last week how all these humanoid robots are shining into the whole world. A lot of robotics and automation technology now is being R&D'd and developed in mainland China. The supply chain there is very, very mature. Even in Tesla, the Optimus, the robotics, the humanoid robots, Pioneer, many of their joints and key core components are all being supplied by the mainland China supply chain. And that means that there are much more opportunities, imagine, in the coming 5 to 10 years. And this is definitely one of the major industry that I would suggest that you can take a look on it. And it's related to what we are studying. So what are we looking for? And as an employer, employer looking for employees, what we're looking for. So when we are picking the right candidates, I always see things more than grades. If you have good grades, that would be definitely a plus. But how curiosity drives innovation, that means that how you proactively think out of the box is more than important on how you're writing code. Perhaps you already know that from a lot of the opening speech or some other speech from no matter from those celebrities, tech celebrities. We know that coding is going to be much more easier compared to the old days. Coding could be done by computer, coding can be done by AI, coding can be done by a lot of new tools. But what cannot be replaced is how you innovate and translate the gap between the layman, especially the user end, and the technical end, who are able to deliver things in a way that become competitive, technically competitive. But in between that, just like the position that I've just described, we need someone who can have the innovation to bridge in together. And how we see it is perhaps some of the innovation projects that you've been doing for the past few years, and or even you're on hand doing it, not necessarily is your final year projects, but how you see things can see also as an employer, we can get to more understanding on how you can work around over requirements that could not be achieved. When end users, like layman users, they are not technically capable of understanding what we are doing, they always write requirements that could be not easy to achieve, and maybe not even, I would say, even not possible to make it happen in a way that they want. But how to innovate to work around rather than simply saying no for it is something that we look for. And the other thing is we need to speak multiple languages. When I talk about languages, it's simply not only about the language, but language skills is very important. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But what I meant for languages is how to, when you work around in the bridges, how can you understand? That means understand their languages, and also replying with your language, which they can understand, and translate it back to a solution that can be feasible back to the R&D team. More importantly, we have to distill complex technology into a clear, actionable business value. There are several key terms here. Distill technology and actionable business value. In the very end of the day, business value is all it matters when it comes to a solution. Unless you are a purely R&D engineer, but if we gone to see a career back in the business world, the business value is important no matter how easy or how difficult that you are encountering. We have to see the return over investment, why people are paying for the tech rather than simply developing the tech itself. And that is also something that I think our department has been not only in engineering discipline for telling you how to do it, but also telling you the business value, the product value, right? How to effectively use technology into improving the productivity. And also, self-starter is also important. In a lot of cases, we need someone that is able to show they can do it proactively. And technology view, you have to always be able to catch up with the latest tech. I'm telling you that 365 days ago, the first robot doing the dancing in the Chinese New Year TV show back in mainland China was, people are amazed at. And 365 days later, like today, we can see it's already like centuries. Tech are developing and growing so fast, like nothing before. So your capability to how you can learn it is also important. Work under pressure and how to do things quick and right to the point is also something that you have to show it when you are doing interviews, or showing it by your actual cases. When you're doing interviews, don't answer questions like one-to-one. I ask and you reply. Have you go there? Yes, I went there. It's not like that. You have to show how you can achieve goals and encounter challenges, so that when I have work tasks that can assign to you, I'll be fully comfortable that you can take care of it yourself. So indeed, every company looks for similar essence, just like what I said. And cultural fit, especially over innovation, is definitely one of the key elements that you have to speak it out. When we talk about innovation, collaboration, and customer focus, when you go for interviews, you definitely need to know what the company are serving, who the companies are serving. Use ChatGPT, use Perplexity, use all kinds of AI tools help you to understand what this company is doing and what are their edges. Unlike the old days, I can only search on web and read the very layman or simple description. You have a tool that can do summaries for you. Make use of them. Make each interview brilliant and make them know that you know what we are doing. And this is something that also show that how you get prepared when you meet a customer. When we meet a customer, we don't ask them like, what do you want? We are the one to tell you what should you get. And before I say that, I must know the customer's need in the very beginning. Otherwise, they will say that I'm just talking crap. So lastly, we can see that we want people to have the commitment to stay in Hong Kong rather than I might go away in a very short period of time. I might not have job stability. And this is something that employer always worries, especially for international students, because it feels like you always have somewhere to go back to. You have to tell them that you're so devoted. And if you have the opportunity, you will stay there until the end, rather than you always have a backup plan, which is go back to your hometown or home city or whatsoever. You have to tell them that you genuinely intend to stay and you are proactively willing to contribute and you're passionate so that you want to stay, passionate about joining the company. So these are the things that, especially in the days where a lot of competitors, when finding a job makes you outstanding. So we are currently looking for another round of recruitment of a technical business representative. You can see that our company have been working with the best robotics company in the world, and we are always playing with new tech. We are always learning it. We also need our employees, our team, to learn, get the latest tech, and basically that is something that we look for. And hopefully that if you are interested, you can see the email, send me your CV. We can do campus interviews, we can do Zoom interviews, and we welcome you to come to our office to get a touch and taste of what we're doing. All right, that is all for my part. And if you have any questions, you can raise your hand and I'll answer it right away. Okay.
But,
seems
perhaps,
like
Albert, perhaps we can also leave the question right until
to the very last.
The other two parts has been shared.
Okay,
right? It's okay.
Amazing.
Okay. So let's thank Albert for his very inspiring and encouraging type of sharing on career development in Hong Kong. Right. So we now move on to the second part of the agenda, which is to invite Ms. Jade Lo to share how to be career ready in Hong Kong. Right. So Ms. Jade Lo is the Vice President of the HKPVTA, right? And also she's an alumni of Hong Kong U, right? Ms. Lo, please,
Okay, thank you, Dr. Choi. Thank you, my friends Albert, for allowing me to partner with you for this career talk. Yes, I'm the graduate of Hong Kong U, but I think it's back to around 2007. Yeah, and I also study master degrees in Hong Kong U. And now, after graduating from Hong Kong U, I did maybe 2 to 3 years backpacking and also do lots of speculations in the stock markets in Hong Kong to support myself do backpacking extensively. And at the same time, and after that, since 2010, I joined recruitment industry. And now, actually, for my career rise, I'm actually the director of one of the recruitment firms, focusing on the executive search in IT areas. Yes, so I do know about the challenge and also the opportunities of this market. Yes, so Albert, change to next slide, please. Yes, and then for my sharing, for my presentations, this will be my agenda. I will definitely share about the market trend and situations since 2020, since COVID-19, because I think this gives you the overviews and the big pictures of the Hong Kong job market over the past 5 years, and this would help you to manage your expectations. I know Albert do promote the advantage to work in Hong Kong, and there are lots of needs and job openings in Hong Kong as well. But I mean, yes, for sure, there are lots of job opportunities, but there are some things that you need to better equip yourself so that you could get the opportunities. You won't miss the boat. And then the second part of these presentations will be the challenge for the ING visa holders and also the opportunities for ING visa holders. And then the last part is I would definitely share, the solutions and the actions in the coming 3 or 4 months you can take before you graduate from Hong Kong U. Okay, next slide, please, Albert. And Albert, can you do it as a full screen?
Sorry, let me do it.
Okay, thank you.
Is it okay now?
No, because the Novotel's logo is
Still here, huh? Okay. Now, oh, I can see why. Sorry. Now,
okay, that's
sorry.
far better.
I
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
Sorry.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I think yes. There are lots of needs in IT talents, particularly because Hong Kong is still under the transformation and economic restructurings. In the past, it's just the international financial center, but now it actually is on the way to develop as the high-tech city, and then would target lots of IT talents and make Hong Kong as the IT talents hub. But then I would like to do a bit review since 2020 and all the way till 2023, the first quarter. Actually, all around these 3 years, there actually was lots of boomings in the job market. It's very active. Lots of job openings and the salary was actually going rocket high. And I think that period of time would be the golden period for not just for experienced hiring and also for fresh graduates as well. And the reason why there are combinations of factors behind it. First of all, is there was the fault of immigrations, because there are some talents migrates to other countries, and actually IT talents skill sets are quite transferable in other foreign countries. So and Hong Kong, IT talents do have the opportunity to explore and get a hands-on experience on all those international IT products and solutions, like for example AWS, Google Cloud, and all the Windows Linux platforms and etc. and checkpoints and Cisco products. So even they migrate to other country, may be relatively easier for them to get a job. So IT talents they migrate to other foreign countries. And then and at the same time, because there was quarantines and border shutdowns, and lots of remote work or work from home arrangements were made in the past. And then so there are lots of IT projects like digitalizations, work from home projects, cloud migrations, and etc. This also generate, lots of openings and lots of needs, no matter short terms or long-term permanence and see common contract needs amongst IT talents. So at that time, there was like IT boomings and salary has a very strong growth and strong push, and then particularly the talents with a niche skill set like cloud migrations, cloud architect, data architect, they are all in shortage. So they could definitely ask for much higher salary. I did lots of cases when they changed job. When I placed the candidate, they asked for 35% of salary increase. So this was quite common back then. Albert, next slide, please. Yeah. Yes, but then and at that time, the HR internal HR or talent acquisitions professional, they face intensive competitions to win the talent to join their firms, and so that they would provide they would stretch their budgets for hiring and use recruitment firm and executive search firm, or they also need to have promotions to their internal staff and better salary increase to their existing staff in order to retain the talents. And next slide, please, Albert. And then since 2023 Q3 until end of last year, I think there will be like the noticeable slowdown in terms of IT recruitment, because there are lots of company, they expect the bounce back, the strong and V-shaped bounce back after the border reopening. But actually, we didn't see it. We didn't see the rebounds across retail, hospitality, FMCGs, and even properties market. And this makes the employer pay extra cautions for hiring. And then Hong Kong also faced the very, very serious competitions to Shenzhen, because lots of people nowadays during the weekend time, they would rather go to spend their weekend in Shenzhen, and this further intensified the local business amongst the industry that I've just shared. And then, so in terms of the hirings, in terms of adding headcounts, in terms of having additional project, companies right now is very pay extra cautions and prudence. And next slide, please, Albert. Yes, and on top of that, there is the trade tension and the trade war, in China, and China also faced the economic slowdown. So because Hong Kong strongly rely on China economy, and also strongly rely on the capital flow in from China. So this make Hong Kong economy facing the serious challenge, and also there are many experienced IT professional, once they lose their job or once they got laid off or maybe redundant, they are willing to have big pay cuts in order to secure roles. This particularly, I experienced that in 2024 and 2025. The employer, they would give the much lower budget for you to hire, but with the same skill set and same years of experience. And so this is make the hiring activities become so challenging as well. And then next slide, please, Albert. Thank you. Yes, and then the next slide I will share about the ING visa holder challenge. How many of you guys are planning, to continue to stay in Hong Kong and get a job in Hong Kong? I would like to know, is there anyone or already, doing lots of networkings with some companies or doing internships so that it's very well planned? Anyone is doing that right now, or because of the lots of homework and assignments given by the faculty, given by the department, so that you guys have no time to do research? Is there anyone um, been out in the market and look for jobs and mm, okay and
Jade.
yeah, yeah.
Perhaps my understanding is that most of the participants
Mm,
today, right? Now they have a desire. I guess they have a desire to stay in Hong Kong, right, after
mm,
graduation, right?
mm.
So perhaps we actually make this sharing recorded and will be made online as well
Oh, okay,
later,
okay,
right?
okay.
So we will actually broadcast the message to the entire class of students, right? So that for those cannot join this sharing today, they will have a lot of time, to go through the recorded, sessions later on.
Okay, okay,
Right.
understand.
Okay.
Okay,
Right. Okay. Thank
okay,
you.
I
Now,
will.
please
Yeah,
continue, please.
I will carry on now. Yes, I think the major challenge for ING visa holder is about the language barrier. Yes, Hong Kong is definitely an international city. We can converse and express ourselves in English, Cantonese, and Mandarins. But in the workplace, right, lots of my clients, when I receive the assignment from them, they still, prefer Cantonese speaker with fluent spoken English and Mandarin. And if you are a native Mandarin speaker, you could understand Cantonese a bit, but cannot converse and express yourself in Cantonese. Maybe you need to take some short course or so to equip your Cantonese language, so that you would erase the language barriers when you go to interview. And then second thing is cultural adaptations. I think since particularly 2019, 2020, and some quite a numbers of MNC headquarters, they relocate to other parts, other countries in the regions. So fewer MNC companies openings in the current market, and this was limited, and on top of that, when the hiring managers consider, to make the final decisions about their hiring, they also consider about the local work experience and professional network. And so I think these are the major challenges amongst ING visa holder. But at the same time, there are also a flip. Maybe this could somehow, there are also some advantage for ING visa holder as well. Albert, please next slide. Yes, and I know some of you guys are native Mandarin speaker and very familiar with mainland Chinese culture and etc. And at the same time, I think particularly in recent year, there are lots of mainland Chinese company, they want to extend their business overseas, and this would create the sustained hiring needs for these students. And when I come across ING visa holder, no matter from mainland China or from other overseas students, I was quite impressed by their technical know-how and their technical skill set. Actually, their technical know-how and skill set are very solid. Maybe this is also due to the education from the department. You guys know how to equip them technically well. But this is also the feedback from lots of hiring managers when they come across a student from overseas or student from mainland China. There are few technical skills. They are very solid and they are very hands-on relatively compared to the local students. So so I think this is also a part of the advantage for ING visa holder. And Albert, next slide, please. And so this part, I would suggest, how would you, be better prepared when you go to, seek for job opportunities in Hong Kong. Lots of IT graduates, no doubt, you guys got like 3 or 4 years education in this field, or maybe even MPhil or master degree students. No doubts about, your technical know-how, but about, lots of the times in Hong Kong, we are still service centric, service oriented city. So lots of time we need to communicate with people. We have lots of teamwork and projects internally and externally as well. So just like Albert said, when the hiring manager need to consider their final decisions, their hiring final decisions, they will also consider about the soft skills, about the interpersonal skill, and about the communication skills about these students. So I would suggest, attend, meet-up groups and join some relevant professionals associations, for example, IT society, IT talents society and committees. Would help you be able to get in touch with lots of experienced IT talents in the market, and they could give you the most updated market information, and may also give you the relevant suggestions. And the second thing is your LinkedIn ready yet, or CV be ready and post on your LinkedIn yet, right? Because LinkedIn is the very, very open platform. Employer, extra time acquisitions, professionals, recruiters, headhunters, they are all there, to seek for talents, or maybe they would also, when they are targeting a specific skill set, they may also search in LinkedIn as well. So make sure your LinkedIn not just posting your very beautiful profile picture, not just post very beautiful updated city views of Hong Kong, but also about your specific skill set, about your niche skill set, and also about, like, for example, the final year project that you are involved in, etc. And then try to equip the local language ASAP, no matter like conversational level or not. You try to take some course before you graduate, so that you would erase the language barriers, and would have the higher chance to be employed. Okay, Albert, next slide, please. Okay, these are the skills, relevant skill sets and roles that I always come across for my clients. And sometimes they will also accept fresh graduates. For example, data engineer, of course, programmer developers with hands-on experience in either .NET, C# and Java. But this year, I think Java, J2E, they are definitely more popular than .NET and C#. And then cloud engineers, system engineer, for sure. System engineer, they start to do, IT support or on-site support first. But, nowadays, it's not just about supporting, Windows and Linux system, or do the PC support. They will also expect you to have very good client-facing or user-facing skills. And then expect, the student may have, AWS or Azure or Google Cloud experience, and etc. And then also DevOps engineer is also one of the hot hiring roles in my needs, and also data scientist as well. And Albert, next slide, please. And one particular area I would like to share, because in the last slide I share the roles. The roles maybe have more competitions, but then in Web3 and digital assets, this very hot topic. But then in Hong Kong, I think they are facing serious talent shortage as well. So if you are interested in this area, and then if you are, welcome, for all the challenge and fast changing requirements in this area, I would definitely, suggest all the, young adult maybe, develop, some sort of skill set in this area, because blockchain, Web3, digital assets, these are the, I think, also the core and trend. Core would be also the trend in the job market. And now there are lots. It's very hard to find candidate as well. So, and the pay is quite good as well. So, but then the skill set, the requirements, they are very strict. If you don't have a relevant skill set, if the skill set or coding skill is not good enough, is not solid enough, they would not hire as well. So just try to grab the opportunities to learn, some other language like Golang or Rust or Go Solidarities and Web3 libraries, and have some exposures about blockchain applications, smart contract, and etc. Maybe even, try to get, some sort of exposure or internship related to this area would definitely do you a good job once you finish your degree and go to the job market. And Albert, next slide, please. And then these are the suggestions for you, for you guys to get prepared when you are still, in university. I think some of them I've already mentioned, like try to get the practical experience, secure internship, to get the real working experience, and then also get prepared in your LinkedIn and CV profile. And if there's any particular skill set, you also need to fill in your LinkedIn, and try to get some certificates that is in demand. For example, AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud certificates. And then, for example, the digital asset, Web3 and blockchain area, these are the talent shortage sector. So you could definitely target this shortage sector, and then it will be much easier for you to get a job. And then another area, for example, AI, big data, cybersecurity, AI development will also be a high demand field, high demand skill set. So I think if you have this kind of skill set, will be much easier for you to get hired as well. And then do attend, some career fairs, industry events, and alumni gathering, webinar. You could get in touch with the hiring managers or talent acquisitions professional. That will also be good for you, because you definitely need to market yourself and let other people, let other potential employer to see you as well. Yes. I think this is, and one more thing is I almost forgot, is always keep in touch with your teacher and professor in university, because I also come across a few cases in the past. I need to go to the university to ask some professor to refer some student for me. So keeping in touch with your professor and teacher always be good. Yeah. And next slide, please, Albert. And so, the actions plan will be, start to, search the jobs in the job board, like for example, in Career Times, in JobsDBs and LinkedIn, and even Hong Kong government's portals and etc. And then make sure you also take high demand skill set course like AI, data analytics, or planning, your final year project would input, this kind of elements in it, so that, in your CV, because the talent acquisitions or professional, they are just searching for the relevant terminologies, right? So that, your CV, have this kind of wordings in it, they may be impressed by it as well. And then your positionings, marketings, and personal branding, like your CV, your LinkedIn profile, and search for position yourself in the high demand sector would also be a good way to start. Yeah. And then last but not least, to get some credentials or relevant certifications would be good. For example, AWS, PMP, or CCNA, CCNP, that would also be good. Or try to gain some internship and part-time experience would be the value added in your profile as well. And Albert, next please. Okay, yes, these are all my presentations. And then, my email type one. Maybe I share my email and my contact numbers in the chat group, so that in case if there's any questions later on, you guys could still contact me. Yes. These are all my presentations.
Thank you very much, Jay. Perhaps, for those who have any questions, right, we may leave it a little bit later, right, after the final session. All right. Okay. Right. Thanks, for the, thanks very much, Jay, for your valuable advice and inspirations how to develop, career in Hong Kong. Right. Thank you, Jay, once again. Right. So the next section will be the introduction of the HKPVTA, which is, the full name is Hong Kong Professional Vocational Talent Association Limited, right?
Will be shared by me.
Right. 香港職業人才協會 or 香港職業人才協會. All right. So, it should be shared by Dr. Sheng, but then, perhaps Dr. Sheng could not join us today. So let's now move on to the help of Albert. Albert, can you take over Dr. Sheng's share?
Yes. Right. Yes. Thank you. So for my part would be doing also I'm participating in this association. Actually, Dr. Sheng is here, but because of the time, I rather do it a sharing of myself, and hopefully that later that we can always talk more. So it's a very brief background about having this association. So this association is about how to help those who like to build a career in Hong Kong, especially we also have program helping for IANG related and especially international students. Because when we see career development, we see there are a lot of changes, particularly in the era of AI. When we talk about career, it used to be simply a certificate, like as mentioned by Jay earlier, PMP is the professional in project management, as well as if you are an accountant, you can get a CPA. But these are not going to be enough for nowadays career development. Having even an engineering degree from a very good university is not enough. And when we talk about career and talent, it is always about how to cope with the employer's need and how you build yourself, your own reputations before you go for a career interview. So instead of competing with everyone doing the same talk, or people are getting more and more capable in presenting themselves, how to get outstanding actually you have to get more personal ability showcase, perhaps in terms of participating in different kinds of summit, helping in organizations of NGOs, developing your own circle of connections. And this is something that we are trying to bring to the I would say to the floor, everyone today. I know that each of you are outstanding students. Now you're in University of Hong Kong. We are having a very good academic background, but as you can see, there are a lot like you in the market. And to do so, we have to find a way to get in touch with all these different kinds of professionals and let you be outstanding and participate in different projects. So we have a lot of association working with us so that they can help you build your own circle of network. As an international student, no matter where you're from, you definitely need to build your own circle because you're new to the city and you don't have a lot of time beside your academic work. So you need to have someone to help you building your own connections, building your own local, I would say, the circle of trust. And these are something that we are helping to work with you. The association itself is built by a lot of professionals as well as those such as the Dr. So and also they are JP, they are the Medal of Honor, MH. Many of them have a lot of social reputation, and they are always looking for high caliber for help in different ways of doing social work. And these social works can build your network and show your capability of what we've just shared in today's Zoom. And doing so, you need time and you have to get prepared before you go into the job market. We will also work with others associations, no matter it's in logistics association, IT associations, or other professionals like banking and finance association. All of them needs help over organizing events, and they also serve as a stage for you to showcase your capabilities. And this is what we do. Upon that, you can build your career and finding your own space of where you can dance on your own stage, where you can play well. And building trust is what we are helping you to do in our association. Pretty much that is what we do. And we also give help over doing mentorships. We also with job openings. We also help different enterprise for recruitment. We also do a job fair. So you will see a lot more rather than simply going for jobs DB and sending CVs in a format of email or simply writing a long story about yourself. Employers or HR managers, they don't have time to reading a long stories. So this is something that we think that would be helpful. And hopefully that if you are interested in our association, please let us know. I'll type our email here so that you can always find us here, HKPVTA.org, and we have a way to contact us with our email. Just leave us an email, and we will get to you later. Okay, so basically that is what we're doing, and hopefully that we can have you join in our activities and events and help you build your own circle of trust. Thank you, Dr. Choi.
Well, thank you, Albert, once again. You see, for advising all our students, right? So let's now move on to the question and answer session, right? Although you see, English is actually the preferable kind of language, right? In any occasion, right? At Hong Kong U, but perhaps we may relax this a little bit. If any one of you would like to raise questions either in English or Mandarin or in Cantonese, it will be okay, right? It's okay to you, Albert?
Yes.
All right. So students, right, this is the chance for you to really clarify any queries you may have in your job seeking procedure, right? How to prepare yourself, how to focus your CV, whatever, you see, anything related to your job seeking, please, right now this is the chance for you to ask Albert and Jade. Any student would like to raise the first question? Please feel free to unmute your microphone. But perhaps, Albert, can I put myself into the shoe of a student, right, and ask a first question, right, to you, and also Jade as well, right? Because a few months ago, one MSc student graduate actually came back to share with me her job seeking experience. One of the most difficult part of the job interview was that she was asked to attend, group discussions with a number of, other applicants, right? So, Albert and Jay, you must have done a lot of, recruitment, right? So what kind of advice would you give, students, right, on how to do well in group interviews? Albert, could you hear me? Albert, it looks like we have lost you. Or Jay, Jay, could you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Any advice would you, give our students, right, on how to do well or prepare well for the group interviews rather than individual interviews?
Yes. But yeah, okay. But you don't know anything about the group discussion topic, right? You don't know?
No, not at all.
It's just the student, share with you. She was in the group discussions with other Africans applicants, right?
Exactly. She faced quite a lot of, challenges and, did not really know how to do well at the beginning, right? But then, of course, she learned the skills, later on. But I would feel that this is quite challenging to any student who might not have any experiences in group discussions with other applicants. All right. So any advice you may share with our students, right?
Agree. If the student is not prepared well in the group discussions and they are facing like foreigner, particularly from Africans, you don't know about their culture, or maybe they have the strong accents in their spoken English. The first thing first, you may not even understand well about what they are trying to say. This will be quite challenging. I think as a recruiter and as a experienced headhunter, communicate with lots of hiring managers. I think when they try to hire entry level or newly graduate students, they will first elements they will see is about their soft skills and communication skills, and also about their reactions when they are facing the situations that they are definitely not familiar with. So I think maybe, your student, maybe in the very beginning, she may be a bit shocked, or maybe doesn't know what to do because she's not familiar with this kind of situations, right? But then,
Charlie, this is what has happened to her actually.
Yeah. I think during the group discussions, to play safe, if you are not a very aggressive applicants, try to be polite and accommodating. Try to be the kind of like a coordinating or facilitating the discussions. If you are not quite sure about what to say, maybe first thing first, you could sum up or repeat what others applicants say first, to ensure you understand what they are talking about, and etc. so that you have a ground and foundation to express your point of view, right? And then this would also make the hiring manager think that you are a good listener. You are facilitating the effective communication instead of immediately do the response before knowing the other group mates are talking about what they are talking about. So I think the first thing first is you need to get to know what's the situations, what are they talking about. In order to do that, you need to repeat, oh, are you trying to say this, and that am I correct? If not, then you just correct me like that. And then you can further express your points of view. And then after that, you need to show that you are engaging other group members in the group discussion. You may ask, oh, maybe these group members, we would also like to hear about your thoughts, so that you would not, dominate the whole group discussions, but actually you are facilitating the group discussion and inviting or giving other people chance to speak. Yes. I think this is the first important things, because the hiring manager need to know, are you a good team members? Are you a team players, or you are just, dominant the whole group discussions to show off, or, to not let other people to have a chance to speak. So you need to facilitate the flows of the conversations. And you also need to know that, there must be someone who remain quiet, keep their mouth shut in the group discussions, and you do give them a chance, and you help them, to express themselves as well. Yes, I think these are the quite key elements the hiring manager would appreciate.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So Jade advises us that anyone participating in group discussion should try to be demonstrating that he or she is a good teammate, right? Being able to work together with other teammates and so on, right? So Albert, do you have anything to supplement, right, to what Jay has advised?
I think Jay have spoken a very important part. Is first of all, you have to match your position that you're applying, leadership, and how to work as a team as a fresh graduate. I think that is something that proactive. The essence that I have been I've talked about in my slides is you have to be proactive. So make sure that you speak. Don't wait until that you don't have a chance to speak. Secondly, that listen first. Don't try to get the first one to answer, because you might be wrong. Okay, so listen, and then but make sure that you have a point of speak and be polite. Being presentable is something that need to practice, and that is something also. That's why I'm saying that you have to go through some of those social work, so that you can have a chance to get feedbacks and learn some of these skills. But that is important.
All right, thank you, Albert. Any questions from students? Please don't miss this chance, right, to get advice from Jade and Albert. It looks like our students are actually quite quiet at the moment, right? But perhaps they have not been in a stage of really, working very, very actively on the job seeking. But anyway, I think perhaps we would leave this recording, right? The recording of this sharing session, right, online, and then for any one of you who would like to go through this recording again, you may do so later on. You see, the department will actually send out emails, right, notifying when and where the recording will be made available. All right. So if you don't have any any queries, right? So perhaps let us now thank Jade and Albert for their time and effort, right, in giving all of us the advice on how to prepare for job seeking. All right, thank you, Albert and Jade.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Right, okay, thank you so much, right? I appreciate your